All right, let's take a look at this graphic here. White versus non-white voters. In which state did a majority of non-white voters vote for Hillary Clinton? So the four choices are Colorado, Oklahoma, Iowa, and Alaska. And if you look at those four states on this map here, in the non-white voters map over here, you'll notice that three of them have something in common, and that's that they're all red. And we know that red represent those states that Donald Trump would have won. So Donald Trump would have won Iowa, Oklahoma, and Alaska. He would not have won Colorado. So the question is, which state did a majority of non-white voters vote for Hillary Clinton? That's us. That's Colorado. Next part. In which part of the country did a majority of white voters vote for Donald Trump? And it's sort of the reverse of the first one. White voters overwhelmingly voted for Donald Trump in all of these states, sort of in the middle of the country here, just as the majority of non-white voters voted for Hillary Clinton in this map over here. So which parts of the country did a majority of white voters vote for Donald Trump? Well, anything that's going to show up in the middle or the bottom or even the sort of middle east. So the West Coast, no, that's blue. The white voters voted for Hillary there. The Northeast, no, that's over here, so that's also Hillary. The South, yeah, the South. If you know anything about American politics, you also know that the South is very heavily Republican and would have likely voted for Donald Trump. Or the Hawaiian Islands, yeah, Hawaiian Islands are blue over here, so they are Hillary voters also. So the answer is C. All right, so two or three things you notice about this graphic. So the first thing I notice is that they're like not exactly inverses of each other. Like when you take a picture and then you look at the negative, it's not quite like that, but it sort of is that most of this white voter stuff, voters voted for Trump and most non-white voters voted for Hillary. And that's not, I didn't say that exactly right. A majority of white voters in these states voted for Trump and a majority of non-white voters in these states voted for Hillary. I noticed that there's a couple of, like, the most Hillary-friendly states are on the coasts, the up and down the whole West Coast here, and then up in New England and New York here. I'm noticing that there's a couple of places up here where there just wasn't enough data on non-white voters, and I wonder if that means that there just aren't a whole lot of people of color living in North Dakota. I don't know. So those are the main things I notice. Describe the graphic's main idea. The main idea would be that white people support Trump and non-white people support Hillary. You can sort of get deeper into it, maybe if you want, but that is the overarching big idea here. Two conclusions you can draw from the graphic. Well, one conclusion I can draw is that it's not random. Like, I think that whiteness and minorityness, this is something that that factors into elections, that people of color tend to vote differently than white people tend to vote, and that's borne out by the very dramatically different, almost inverse pictures of the non-white voters and the white voters here. Another conclusion I can draw is that liberal people are sort of concentrated on these areas and also a little bit in Hawaii, and that the rest of the country, because you can see here that both of these are both Hillary, regardless of whether people are white or not white, that they voted for Hillary. And that's true of Iowa, Oklahoma, and Alaska for the reverse, that the non-white people voted for Trump in these states. All right, so that's what I got.